everybody. It's Doug Green, and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News, and I'm very pleased to have with me Peter Eisengrein of XTIUM. Peter, thank you for joining me.
Thanks, Doug, for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Well, and here is the fabulous The Vinoy Hotel, the Vinoy Resort here in beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida. You actually have the honor of being the first podcast in the Cloud Connections event.
I am honored to have that title.
Well, you know, we have exciting news out of XTIUM, and that's what you're here to share. You're also here to share your experiences having gone through a merger process successfully with the team here at Cloud Connections. So we'll get into that in just a second. But Peter, what is XTIUM?
Well, XTIUM is a managed services provider, and we do a whole number of things. We are in managed cloud, which is going to include things like UCaaS, CCaaS, and DaaS and IaaS, so the things that Evolve IP used to do. And we've merged with a company called ATSG. And as a part of that, we now have a larger portfolio, which includes managed network services, managed security services, and what we'll call managed operations, which is things like an enterprise help desk. We do service for dispatch, and we'll do things like warehousing of equipment and delivery as customers need.
So yeah, let's get into this a little bit, because I think we were literally channel partners. Seems like it was like 2 weeks ago, because it was.
Right.
So you had exciting news there that the offerings that you've traditionally had, UCaaS, CCaaS, DaaS, and so on, have been added. You've added security services and operations to the list.
Right. Yeah, so part of the announcement within the channel partners event, and certainly here as well, which is, we've now created this new brand of XTIUM, which is really taking two, good size managed providers and mash them together to create a much broader portfolio. So when we went to channel partners, we wanted to first of all get the name out there, get people used to who we are, but also to get that larger portfolio out to customers that were used to the smaller portfolio that Evolve IP had once before. So we continue to do all of those things, but now on a much larger scale.
What does that mean to the channel partners?
Well, it gives them greater ability to sell, right? It gives them more opportunities, more things that they can do. And the things that seem to draw the most interest were around managed network. And then managed security. Security, everybody's concerned about, right? So to talk about it like it's a hot topic, while it is, it's really just that it's an important topic that everybody needs to be concerned about. And therefore, it's one of the things that we're leading with. And, the channel seems to be responding really well. And then beyond that, comes all the AI and the other stuff that you want to talk about. But security was really the one, and managed network right behind it, right? These are things that the channel community certainly wasn't used to us being able to offer, but also I think it fills a hole that probably wasn't in the channel already. And then really, if I had to add a third, it would be around help desk, right? It's something we've been asked for a long time, and now having the ability to do that, where we can act as an extension of a customer's IT, where they can rely on us to handle all their normal help desk duties, either to replace their existing help desk if they have one, or to expand on it, right? And to help support them. Maybe it's an after-hours support or whatever their needs are from that perspective.
Now, Peter, does this translate into growth and opportunity for the channel partners?
Oh, absolutely, right? Because again, what we find is while we do an awful lot of things, customers are usually in a buying cycle for only one of those things at any one time. And so if a channel partner goes in saying, well, I want to talk to you about your UC strategy, and the customer's like, that's great, but I just signed a contract for 3 years and I don't need to talk about UC. It's like, okay, well, I can talk to you about a whole lot of things now, right? Tell me what your problems are, and let's figure out where we can help you with that.
So at this conference, having gone through a very successful merger, you're going to be sharing that experience with the people here.
Yeah, I'm going to be in two different parts of the cloud conference today, or this week. So the first is going to be a roundtable where there's going to be people from a few different companies, and we're going to break out and discuss different parts of mergers and acquisitions. And one of the things that I plan to talk about there is the nuts and bolts of what it means to actually integrate companies, right? What are some of the challenges that you're going to be faced with in integrating companies, as well as what are some of the things that they should be thinking about and plan for as a part of an acquisition. So that's one. And then the following day is going to be a moderated panel where we'll talk again about mergers and acquisitions, but I think at that point we're going to talk more at a high level and a strategic level around, you know, what people are thinking about when they're selling their company, or you know, how do you go about selling your company?
So, you know, there's so much interest in the merger market and so on, and I don't want you to give away the good stuff that you're going to be talking about. But for folks that weren't able to come to this conference, can you give me just one or two hints about maybe something you learned along the way?
Yeah, certainly. One is it's probably not something that can be rushed, right?
Right.
You know, the thing only moves as fast as it's going to move, and a large part of that is going to be dependent on the banks and the lenders and the private equity, and right, how quickly are they prepared to move? So that was one, and we went through a very long process, and a big part of that really comes down to, you know, are your books in order, right? Make sure you've got audited financials and all of that, and then there's all of the integration conversations that follow that.
So, you know, what's your big message then for the channel?
You know, XTIUM is a new brand. It's a new day. We do a whole lot of things, and we do them really well, right? So we're very customer centric. We're very hands-on, white glove, and you know, we do this in a whole bunch of areas. And again, to reiterate those, you know, we do managed cloud services, which is going to be all of the things that you're used to from Evolve IP, including UC, contact center, and then compute things like DAS and IaaS. We do managed network services. We do managed security services like MDR, super hot. And beyond just MDR and the monitoring is the ability to go back and help mitigate and solve security problems. And then last but not least is managed operations, right? How do we help customers and IT businesses do their thing, right? How do we become an extension of that IT org rather than look to displace them, right? We want to help customers solve their problems. At the end of the day, that's our goal. Is we want to make sure that the things that we do exceptionally well, that we're able to help solve customers' problems and, you know, fulfill the needs that they need.
Peter, I really want to thank you for joining me today, and congratulations on your successful merger. I'm looking forward to these two sessions here at the conference. Where can we learn more about XTIUM?
Go to xtium.com. That's XTIUM.com. There's a whole lot of information on our website, and beyond that, look me up on LinkedIn, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.